Hey you guys, so now my hair getting stuck in my lip gloss. welcome in to Divine Golden Intuitions. I'm gonna try to do more videos like this because Spirit has been on my ass about coming out with content, so let's get it. And I be making a big deal out of it, so I'm gonna just do it. Just do it, okay? So that could be a message for somebody too. Just do it. But anyway, today we're going to talk about the Libra full moon, okay? This Libra full moon is going to be one for the books, all right? Look at where you have Libra. Look at where you have Libra on your chart, okay? That is going to be important, okay? That is going to be important, and it's going to show you how this will show up for you directly. Now, once you've looked it up on your chart, right, and you know, okay, how is this directly affecting me? But even if you don't, because I know some of y'all not gonna do it anyway, look at the collective level. Because honestly, it's great to look at your chart and everything like that, but everybody don't have time. Okay, so what I tell you is, look at it on a collective level. At this time, you may be experiencing feelings and emotions on how you interact with others. All right? And I've been feeling this energy for a while now. I have a Libra stone, like I said. Comment down in the comments where you have your Libra at, and I will give you a mini breakdown on how it's going to affect you. Right? So, more incentive. Go look up your natal chart. Astro.com. Type in natal chart. Astro.com. ASTRO.com. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to keep it quick. Go look at your chart. See where you have Libra. Comment it down below. Okay? Astro.com. ASTRO. Type in natal chart in the search engine. Click it in there. Put your city, place of birth, time of birth. If you don't know your time of birth, get closest to it. If you don't, pick a random time that day that you feel intuitively. You might be right. You might be close to it. Whatever, right? I'm going to help y'all out with that one. Now, collectively, for me personally, what this looks like is I've been looking at how I interact with my clients, how I interact with my family. If y'all checked out the collective message on my Divine Golden Intuitions page, you'll know that my mother, I was looking at my mother's relationship and my relationship with my family. For me, myself, and I personally have been in a pattern with my family, right, of overgiving, overselling my worth due to seeking validation, because of seeking all the validation from them and the acceptance, because they have always not really accepted me. I've always been like the outcast, black sheep of the family. I'm sure a lot of people can relate, right? Then I also was looking at that aspect of how it's kind of pushed me into a place of not giving a fuck, but I'm like, I always was wondering, is my not giving a fuck me suppressing the fact that I really do want to fit in and be around people and connect with people? And is it my ego that is overshadowing that with, well, they probably won't accept me anyway, or they're probably going to think I'm different anyway, or they're probably going to think this, but not wanting to actually go out there and take certain chances or certain risks due to the fear of that rejection, right? So I was looking at that I don't know where the ambulance just start going. But yeah, so I was looking at that aspect of myself and with my family, and how I give people chances, and how sometimes I notice that in my friendships and relationships and with my clients, I over love and over give when I don't really have to, and it shrinks my value. And even though I may have this value up here, nobody could see it because I'm overcompensating. That was deep. Okay, so I was like, all right, ate that up, Spirit. I like that. Then I got into a dispute, and I realized, okay, is this my ego that's trying to force me to prove myself and assert myself so much? I can say nothing, and that could just be as powerful, even more powerful than saying the things that my ego is trying to make me say due to me seeking validation secretly. And that's deep, because what I mean by seeking seeking validation secretly that's my subconscious. I was picking up, this is what I talk about when I tell you guys to pick up on unconscious motivations. My subconscious mind, that feminine mind that I didn't know, right, was overcompensating. Even in my relationship, yes, we're still together, but the relationship, I learned early in that relationship, and even more now that I'm learning it with my family, of like, do nothing is so much more powerful than trying to do so much. And I'm a Virgo. And I'm a Libra stellium. I'm a nurturer. Okay, I'm the one. I love connection. I love being with others. But sometimes, is it going to be at the suspense of my peace, my happiness, and people taking jokes at me and jabs and jealousy and envy? Or am I going to wait on my soul tribe and trust it? So yeah, or am I going to wait on my soul tribe and trust in spirit to do the things that I practice and the things that I preach? I've also been looking at my relationship with my business and how I feel like I fear success in ways due to generational beliefs of, like, everybody doesn't want you to change, and judgment. Everybody fears that subconsciously. A lot of people fear it subconsciously. I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people fear that subconsciously until they heal it. It's something that we have learned as a community. And that's something that I'm also releasing, right? The fear of if I do too much or if I get to this level. Because that's also been a thing, too, where it's like, in a lot of places and things like that, and environments that I have frequent, my parents didn't afford a lifestyle to put me in environments that I feel like I was worthy of. And that's okay. But it also made me not be able to see my worth and value and know. So people will always project these, I never really fit in, you know what I mean? And then another one that's also really major, like we was talking about the I never really fit in thing, but also with my mom. I've struggled with relationships with women due to my fear, because it's not just my mother that I experience these things with, but even to this day, I have an aunt that talks about me because of what I do. All the women in my life have never, besides my grandmother, because that's my baby. Don't fucking play with my that's my baby. But all the women in my life and my family have either been very distant or have tried to shame me because I have natural sensuality or natural seduction thing or natural just beauty and things like that, and have shamed me due to whatever reasons, right? So many that we can come up with, or have burned me where they come and try to build a relationship with me and then talk about me and the things that I've told them. They tell the whole family. That's trauma. Those things build up. So if you've experienced that, you may need to give yourself space at this time to be able to tap in and lock in to see where is it showing up for you. I've also been looking at, for me, to my relationship with my children, right? When is it that I'm just being an adult and feeling like I could just shun my child or not showing up for them, or like one of my biggest things was a traumatic moment for me as a child, was that my dad, I wanted to show him some artwork. He didn't want to see it. He was drunk, passed out drunk. I'm sure it wasn't his intention to make me remember for the rest of my life, but it's something I just can't forget. And now to this day, I feel like I gaslight myself in certain ways of like my worth of certain things. Don't want to show projects, don't want to put things out, things like that because of that. And my son, he's the same way. He's so creative and we have the same moon sign. So I have to be very careful of doing that same thing to him. And no matter what I'm going through or experiencing, I have to still show up, right? I can't be like, so these are things that I have really been looking at, and it's been very interesting, and it's been very emotional for me, especially on a family aspect, because it was hurting deep, and I was feeling through it, and I didn't realize how many emotions. Like, I just been crying, like, for the past weeks. It's just been so many tears that just come. Like, I remember my son was crying the other day, he's like, I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know, mommy, I'm just crying. And that's what it be like, especially when your spirit knows you need to release something, it just releases. All right. And I'm so usually distracted with life that I don't even have time to think about that type of thing. So spirit slowed me down with that as well. But yeah, so I want you guys to think about that with this Libra full moon. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit more about it, but Libra is that cardinal leader energy, but it's also fluid, even though it's air. You got to think about air. Libra is a very fluid energy. You have to think about it like that. Okay. And it also is a cardinal sign. So it's bringing this leader energy, but also understanding, right? Justice, scales, balance. All right. So this is an aspect that could be playing out in your life at this time, where it's like you're looking at the aspects of, okay, am I doing things the right way? Have I been treated the right way? Going back, like as a kid, I was treated this way. Was that right? All these different things, weighing the scales to see. This is a good time to do that, because you will be able to have better understanding and be able to connect with the wisdom of knowing how to. Libra is a very fluid energy. You have to think about it like that, okay? And it also is a cardinal sign. So it's bringing this leader energy, but also understanding, right? Justice, scales, balance. All right. So this is an aspect that could be playing out in your life at this time, where it's like you're looking at the aspects of, okay, am I doing things the right way? Have I been treated the right way? Going back, like as a kid, I was treated this way. Was that right? All these different things, weighing the scales to see. This is a good time to do that, because you will be able to have better understanding and be able to connect with the wisdom of knowing how. So yeah, this is that energy, the Libra energy, right? How are you showing up within community? How are you showing up within, like, friendships, right? Not in community. When I say community, I think about as your workplace, the people around you, right? Or even just in society. How are you showing up? It's so many different things, changes, everything happening. Where do you align at, right? This is also a time where you can look at, what are my beliefs? What are the things that I am believing in? How can I alter these belief systems and these practices to more so fit who I am as a person and make it make sense, on an aspect of not being who I was told to be, but becoming who I've always been. But I could have been shamed out of it due to the trauma and experiences that I have been faced with in this journey that I chose to walk, right? Because we chose this. Sometimes this energy could even look like, okay, well, yes, that person was karmic, but why did I attract that karmic? What in me was needing to have this experience? And why did I attract them? Like, why did I need to have this experience with this karmic? Okay, that's medicine for a lot of people, but a lot of people don't want to talk about that. Okay, so that's another thing that this could be bringing up.